grandbaby was telling her little cousin, she said, now let me tell you something. You can't run in church unless God tells you to. But if God tells you to, I like the custom around here. I like the culture. Even the babies know it's all right. If God said run, make a lap. Just go on and make a lap. So, and if you are new here and you're like, what kind of church did I just come to? You pretty much got it's one. End up out in just I thank you for the death. People, God, people, vacation, where you are and what you do, God, move in our life. We expect the name of first step for having your feet with if you guys make sure the verse about to your scriptures. We're going to the gate 43 and try to show you some stuff. Not energy, but with wings like and not be weary. They shall not I remember I was a little graduated about 7 years early. Livingston, they were trying to greet us after we done here with a little click. And who remembers the look? Come on, say like. Come on now. Don't be ashamed of yourself. If you're about my age, you should have heard it, especially if you grew up around here. Say, I like the reference there. Well, really wasn't that they were selling shoes. Now you say, preacher, I didn't come to hear about no shoes. Well, I know you didn't. But you do want to run and not be weary. Because I heard you move whenever I said you want to walk and not faint. And it's Isaiah I've been talking about right there. Now, we all know, but the example is that you can run faster and have them shoes. All you hearts from English, if I can talk about it, you need for them shoes. I'm gonna go and give you a few more examples as when you heard. It took these 3 boys to throw them in the inferno. They were killed. But somehow, I don't know how, but they managed to. And after a reasonable amount of time, the king said, I see there's 4. There's 4, and one of them looks like the Son of God. I'm not even going to preach that right there, but you won't ever go through you with. I'm going to get some help here in a minute. I don't have notes on this. This is tried by fire that Christ ain't never walked with you through. He won't leave you nor forsake you. Then a brother. And the king said, before the Son of God ever landed on earth, by the way, he laid eyes on him. He said, he looks like the Son of God. Near the mouth of the burning fire furnace, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out and come here. Came from the fire. But yet maybe you can go neighbor, tap on the leg and say, I need some of them shoes. I'm gonna need some of them shoes. And if they didn't meet you at the tap them again and tell them we're gonna need to throw you in the can. I gotta look around here whenever this was a joke. They putting women on the restrooms or not. Ain't nobody here. I think that's just a gesture, and we watch the news, but the rock show, whoever go in the bathroom, they won't shut this entity down. Sorry, furnace, but if we love it, we're going to choose. Now, that's just for a church, but where are you in life? Where could you, what kind of fire can you be in down at the car lot? I'm building ships, building on pipelines. Where are you? What kind of you in down at the camper place? What furnace has he put you in on the school bus? Where kids will just turn around and tell you straight up, you ain't the boss of me. And you want to catch that little sucker by the nape of the neck and tell you something, but you can't. Set on fire. But I come to let you, God have a fire brand on you, and he's over. You got you equipped with a pair of shoes that'll let you just walk out of it. Somebody, because I've been trying to get you, but you about to walk out of it. I'm going to need some of them shoes. I'm going to need them for life. But as it goes already, with the Spirit of the Lord, allow us to walk in the shoes that's on us. You're going to need some. On the 2 Kings 18:40, I'll give you another scenario. Here was Elisha. Went up the top of the mountain. There was great famine in the land. There was a drought there. Foolish activity of the Israelites. That's usually what God misses. The word said it won't rain neither do in the morning, and they were in great drought. Elijah went to the top of the mountain to pray because he just left. He called fire down. He called fire down. And he went to the top of the mountain to be able to pray. And first he told the servant, he said, servant, I hear the sound of abundance. He said, I know you've been in a drought, but I have already heard some things that you can't see, that the season is fixing to shift in your life. And it's about to rain. He likes something to eat. I apologize for that. So he goes to the praying. The servants done went and came back, and he sent to look out over the sea. Say, do you see anything? And it looks like rain. Can I encourage some of you to pray, and whether you see it or not? You might not look it, but you don't get up from the top of that mountain. You know how it's moved. And sometimes he might have to send that servant to the top of it. But you just keep on. Because I heard a word in the Bible said, come by. I come to walk by sight today. I know said something over your life and you need to hold it. Might not nobody else believe it. They might think you couldn't get another start. The beginning has come with the news. You hold to what you hear. He said, I heard it. Go back. I heard it. If you ain't seen it yet, go back. I'm getting off like this. But anyway, let me get on where I'm supposed to be. Finally, across the sea. God's doing something. I saw it going to get chariots ready. Get up on his horse. Whatever he got to make, because the move of God is coming back to the nation on God's people, and something is changing. And there's the abundance of rain that I heard is now approaching. Tell them and go. He sent the servant. The servant went and told the king. The king responded, suited everything up. He tear on top of it for a little while, and he prayed. So, and then we get to our verse. And then the hand of the Lord came up his loins and rained. He girded up his loins and ahead of Ahab to the entrance. What's not written there is the verse back I told that Ahab on horseback in a chariot that a king would ride in. That Ahab wasn't running on his own might. He wasn't the right shoes. Somebody help me journey ahead of him. But the man himself up. And he put his shoes on and he ran ahead of the horses and the chariots to get to the destination that they are called from. Can I just go on and let you know sometime it will? Once the fire going to get a little bit weary, it shows up. Just tell you when your nature or your favor, that supernatural will show up in your life. And when a man who ought not run ahead of a horse starts outrunning horses, I'm going to need to get them shoes, because many situations that we look at as Christians and as we walk that naturally just don't make sense. Just now for you to be covered the test that were put through. The numbers don't add up. I taught you last week about the facts can change. The supernatural can show up in the horse. Man, outrun a horse. Whenever the Spirit comes upon you, you'll be able to do things you could do and you couldn't do without him. So if I urge you these shoes that I'm talking about, there is the test that you will outlast by the endurance in your favor. I don't know if I got any help today. I feel like Brother Ray will stand up and I remember a story about he ended up in the bottom of a ravine and should have drowned there. But somebody showed up and helped him out when he couldn't get out. I know a lady on the front row right now could have dealt to make it another step. I'm come here to testify to you that it had not been for the supernatural Lord, your pastor wouldn't have been in front of you, because I was born. Take me out when I was 3, electrocuted. Matter of fact, he broke my neck whenever I was about 12 years old. But showed up supernatural power. I didn't come by myself. I got here on my own, but the Lord has won the race. You ain't always going to be it out. Sometimes you're just going to have to put God in the equation and let him work it out. Let it be. Do it. When endurance seems slack and things seems hard, super ways comes through us. We see it in the book of Kings here when Elisha outran the horse. But if we can close this thing up and get it soon. Luke 15 and 22. The story of the prodigal. The story of the prodigal son. I've done a pretty good teaching on it. By the same man with the same standards. Go on and give me what's mine. And the daddy said it's a little bit early, but if you request it, he went out. Live inheritance up. And the word of God says he was out slopping hogs, fishing, eat what they was eating. Oh, you ever been there? I can't say that I have, but I can empathize here and be, Lord, take me from it. But if you in there, you ought to be able to stand. Let's go down the wrong road. Can I just get a slight angle here? And about 5 years ago, you were supposed to be in, or not even supposed to be in. And so we find out this situation. He said, the servants at my office are better than me. I'm a son. I could eat with the pigs. The thing about the prodigal story is that the prodigal returned. I'm not going to say too long, but if one place at the wrong time, you hit it down the wrong road, it's good to come back to the house of the Lord. But I feel like I got the majority that says that the prodigal would return to the doors. We would strip at the altar where God can condemn and we those who have been prodigals. Did he saw the boy come to there's my son, and I've been seeking God. He didn't say Job. He said, go get Job. I want to put something over this product. I want to be able to cover him. I want to be that he's still my son. I'm going to preach to somebody right here. That ain't in my notes right there. That road you've been on, I don't get around it. I don't care what time with how many is on you. I can let there's roy in you. You are a child. I just got shoes for you. He put him with the best robe, and he went and got to put on the boy. But sometimes looked over because he told some, go get him shoes. Go get some sandals and put on his feet. Go get the shoes. I said, Lord, why was it so important? The robe is real. The ring shows, but don't ever forget about the shoes. Because this boy's feet was sore. Boy been walking the road. He had his past. He been twisting along the line from somebody. I ain't trying to pull on no heartstrings, but I just got to give you, I feel like the Spirit of God. Somebody been walking down the road, but I come to let you know there's a pair of shoes for you today. I feel like maybe nobody ever told you that the Lord wants to equip you with a road. You ain't never walked the road God didn't know. Matter of fact, you know what He with you on. He always by you. He always been behind you. He might cut you. And He understands that your feet are sore. He understands that the struggles up and down the wrong road. I got you covered. I protected. Recovery. Oh, Christ hadn't stopped short of anything. Sister Brooke, your team, whoever it is now. He still sees that there's royalty in you. He still sees authority in your hands, and He knows that He can equip you to walk the right road. You put the right shoes on. If you'll put the right shoes on. To our original text, we got this here. Original text in verse 6. God, you with those shoes. The gospel. I looked at the word shod and I said, shod mean? I always heard it was put on. You know, he saw a nice, we're talking about armor, so many shoes. Maybe some covers over the top. I know we're working in a sawmill. Sometimes you need extra. They'll give you some guards to go using your feet a lot. But I find that shodding your feet had nothing to do with covering the top of them. It was shoes. It's about what I got new to stand on. I didn't come down here to preach to you some kind of show and see who got the shoes. We got shoes everywhere. But the bottom line, Pastor, I'm not worried to shine. I wonder how good they fit. I want to make sure you got something to be able to walk on. As you foundation up underneath you. And I talked to your heart for just a minute. I didn't come across to entertain anybody. I come to deliver the word of the Lord. Feet that you have underneath you. The underbinding of your feet. That we stand something they might not on the top of right now. We can, as long as your feet's not sore anymore. Ready to run. Was you ready to walk? As long as you're ready to come out of that fiery furnace and have the right shoes on. Gospel peace. The Lord showed me that in armor, you can armor in the middle, but be safe within the armor. Shod in your feet. God means everywhere not peaceful, but you can walk in peace. I can go for a little while and talk as you reflected on the ways you've been. You may have just come a chance of winning these, but I come to let you know I got shoes for everybody. God, I want my underneath to be covered. My feet are so blessed. It comes into me. If you want your head, I want you to look at your heart now. Look at your heart and say, you know what? I've been walking down this road, grown accustomed to this limp.